Do you have words that that you find just fun to say? So I say because just different cultural things. Talking about like a cooking thing and asking Jackie to cook some Arabic food.
I got a word.
And a word. You can order shawarma. It's just one of the best words.
You say that
to
well,
say.
man. You should.
It's the Egyptian.
How do you say it?
But the shawarma.
That's good. He's got that roll. What about you?
I thought it was just shawarma.
I like saying otai. I actually like saying otai.
There's just words that are cool to say. So
Sounds good, tastes good.
It comes from my dad when he went to Israel to do one of the tours, and he went around, and it's like every day there was two options. There was something and shawarma.
Always.
And so then he's like, every day he's like, I just like to say it, so I'll have more shawarma.
Yeah, that's so good. What's yours, George?
I don't know. Some names I like to say because I like to
Names.
make fun of the names. Some students that I love. Give us an example.
We call it wara anib. But like I'll say that and I sound Arabic saying it, but if I sit next to someone like my mum, she'll laugh at me the way I'm saying it.
Yeah, right.
Like you get ostracized in our community if you don't even say it right. That's why I never spoke it. You get made fun of. Not like, oh, well done. Like it's almost, no, it's, you're an idiot. You can't say it. So I just don't say anything.
You know how people like go on about Muslims or people like can't read the Quran because can't speak Arabic? Is it like sort of same vibe?
For Christianity?
Yeah.
No, not so much.
Okay.
No. I think when it comes to that, that's a little bit more, well, essentially they're making the claim that if you can't read Arabic, then you're not one of God's people.
Yeah.
Where it's not like that. And I think more so for those people. So in Lebanon, there's obviously the city, but then they have the villages, which is like the mountains, and they are a little bit more like the country. They have generators, and that's where my mum's side is from. And my grandmother didn't go to school, so she was the youngest of her family, but was pulled out of school when she was 7 or 6 to take care of her own mum that was passing away.
Wow.
She had got cystic fibrosis, I think. And I'm so sad. Like she was 6 or 7. Oh, that's anyway. Play on.
Pause.
It's ruined everything. And it's a really bad story. I don't want to be laughing when I'm telling it, but it's okay. It's whatever. It's life. She was feeding her mum an orange, and she passed away. She choked on the orange. She was 6 or 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
That young.
It's very sad.
And she never learnt to go to school, never learnt to read or write or anything. I don't know why I'm smiling saying this.
That's the way look at
It's because I said 6 or 7 multiple
These
times.
young children
Everyone
can't
does.
stop themselves.
But what I'm saying is, at the moral of the story is, I don't know what the moral of the story is. I don't know why I told that story and why I'm laughing.
Typical.
It's such a serious story.
It's so sad. It's sad. My grandmother.
Sad.
I think that's actually the definition of brain rot. What just happened? Like stupid stuff that just actually
I'm so
makes
disappointed
things
in myself.
Man.
destroys
Yeah,
good things.
forfeit.
I think I need a holiday. I actually didn't mean to do
Because
that.
he started, bro.
I didn't mean to do that.
Just saying it
I
nicely.
genuinely didn't mean to do that.
I was actually connecting with the story.
I was connecting too.
Yeah.
But I ruined it.
Empathetic.
Tenacious?
Welcome back to the PE Forecast. You're here with AJ, Josh, Samuel, and we've got George filling in. Clem's still absent.
Damn.
I don't even want him
Sick.
back.
Who even knows what's happening with
What is
that
he
guy?
doing over there?
We'll have to find out, and we'll hear more on that later.
Yes.
But today, I saw some disappointing results in sport on the weekend. The Australian rugby team lost to Italy for first time in...
Standard.
I can't remember if it was ever or just so long that it felt like forever. But we expect to beat teams like that. And Samuel was asking me about this a little while back, that are our expectations just too high? That in Australia we actually think and believe that we expect to win games at the World Cup. We expect to be competing at the Olympics and be winning golds, and we expect that our teams should be the elite of the world. Are our expectations too high? What do you guys think?
I think Samuel's the one to hit this off because he asked the question.
I'll let you guys go first.
Oh, he's ready.
because I
Look at
know.
him loading. He's brewing over there.
Preloaded.
I've been brewing for a few
George, you
months.
go for it, man.
I think I don't. I think as a nation, where there's such a heavy emphasis on sport and it's
Yeah.
such a heavy part of our culture,
Yeah.
and it's so embedded into Australians and in our schools and in our as young people we're all playing sport growing up, that I don't think it's unrealistic or wrong to have those expectations, especially for, like you mentioned, our rugby team. Like, it's one of our national sport. Like, we should not be losing to a nation who barely is the second thought to them. Like, that should not be happening with the pathways and the funding that's happening here. Even if you look at soccer, like Australia's got a big grassroots system, and somehow we cannot translate that to the top. And there's teams like, you go to the World Cup, there's teams like Iran, Morocco. They soccer is their sport, but the funding for that, we've got such a head start, a boost on that.
Yeah.
That when it comes to that, like, I'm not saying we should win or we should go final, like, but there should really be a translation to that in the top.
Some Uruguayan friends. You know, Uruguay as a country, I think, has something like 2 million people.
Oh, wow.
We are like 12 times their size, and
Yeah.
they compete at the World Cup and are competitive there, and
Yep.
we're not. But every World Cup, which is coming up in not too long, I hear that, you know, Australia, we should expect to get out of our group stage, or, you know, we're going to be into the top tier, so we get an easier path to out of the group stage. And I look around at all the teams and I think, are we kidding ourselves? Like, we suck at soccer.
Yeah.
We fall to like a Chile or something in the World
I mean,
Cup.
we
or-
call it soccer.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
We're already wrong.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair. I would say that it's not an. I don't think it's. I think in some sports, you're probably right, and I'll let you speak on that. But I think when it comes to summer sports,
Mm-hmm.
I think we're right on. I think that because we have, you know, Southern Hemisphere, we are, like you said, it's in our culture, and our culture is literally Aussie culture is sport.
Yeah.
I do think that's changing though because of the demographic changes.
Yep.
Yeah.
With sport and how you said schools, and I also think that sport in general is dying down, and knowledge of Aussie sport is dying. But when it comes to expectations, I think they're so high because of the success that we've had in the past.
Yes.
So I would say I think we may have overachieved in the past,
Yeah.
and now the gap is increasing. But I would say for cricket, rugby league, you can even throw basketball in now. I think we've overachieved in basketball, if I'm being honest.
So I was going to ask you boys, realistically, think about international sports, and I'm going to chuck rugby league in there, just because I'm a leaguey. What sports are the ones where you can go, we can take out that competition?
Fair. I think cricket,
So I'm going
Should be
cricket.
rugby league, obviously.
We should be competitive in union. We should, as a nation, we should
I
be.
don't think so,
No.
George.
I'm
don't-
not talking about now. I'm not talking about team now. I'm saying in general,
We should be.
Not the
our
team,
team.
list. I'm
No,
not saying
not the
the
team
list
list,
of
but the
players.
sport rugby
How
union.
are we not?
Oh, as in,
we should be competitive.
I get
We
what you're
shouldn't
saying.
be
But
where
we're
we're
not.
at now.
No,
No,
we're not.
which is what I'm saying. We shouldn't be where we're at now with union.
And I'm going to throw in swimming.
Swimming,
Yeah.
definitely, yes. We
That's the only three.
Well, we're consistently very good at hockey, both
Yeah.
men's
Yep.
and women's.
I can
outdoor
admit to
hockey.
that.
Field hockey, that's the name of. I was trying to say street hockey. Field hockey.
Yep.
Gangster.
We're consistently very good at field hockey. Water polo, I don't think if we're talking Olympic sports and things, I don't think we
No.
are consistent at that. That's probably the main ones.
Yes.
Soccer.
Diving?
No, we're not diving. That's
Why not?
consistently like,
I'm saying we're not good, but should we be good?
just swimming.
We're a water country.
Somehow surfing, we are not quite as
We've dropped
consistently
off.
as good as we might think that we were
That
going to be.
goes back to your point. Did we overachieve in surfing? I just think. Look, I was been looking at this article that came out a few weeks. I don't know if you boys saw it, but essentially they got a whole census of sports in Australia. AFL obviously took it out as number one.
Yeah.
League was third. The second one was cricket, I believe. Cricket or tennis. Union is now seventh.
Yeah, it's
I
a
can see
dying
that.
sport.
Union is now seventh.
Yeah.
And it's not only performance wise, it's just the love of it, the knowledge
Mhm.
of it has gone.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, I'm a leaguey, so I'm happy that league is growing and, you know, strong at the moment. We're basically combating with AFL right now. But then I'm also saying soccer's gone down the list as well. They've just asked for 3 billion help from the government to revive Australia. You know, A-League is
The A-League is
3 billion
at the
bucks.
point of collapsing
A-League
financially
is
because they just mismanaged and problems. I mean, that all went right back to when the Wanderers came in and
Yes.
they just totally butchered it. They had a rabid fan base.
Yep.
They were insane about it, and they banned
Yep.
hundreds
Got
of
the cops
fans
involved.
because- and
Yeah.
involving police. And sure, yeah, you're not looking for violence, but it was like if somebody had a flare, instantly life bans and things. Like, okay, flares may be illegal and you're not supposed to have them, but they just did crazy amounts of things to clamp down on that, and then it all died down. And so soccer's
And so my thing is like, because I actually agree with you that we should be competing in at least every sport that I can think of internationally. You know, I know soccer maybe might be a bit different, but what are we missing? We've got for union, we've got the juniors.
For you need to disconnect between the juniors and the
So I'd say
Private school.
the
Yeah.
it's just left my head now.
GPS.
The league, sorry. Super Rugby. The Super Rugby is
Yeah.
rubbish. Everyone's
Yeah.
going to play Europe now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in soccer here, everyone's going overseas to play
Yeah.
soccer. That's a non-negotiable. But it's just like we should have the money for it in every sport. We should have the training, the resources, the technology to assist us. I can't see why we're not competing with other countries in this world.
Man, that's almost when it comes down to like Aussie pride, right? Like that patriotism. You get it in cricket, but it's only a specific group of Australians that would actually know what's going on in cricket. Let's be real.
Yep.
If we were to run a census on
Yeah.
our school, there'd be 1% of the kids who know more
Yep.
than
cricket is in Australia, like it's a like old white people kind of thing,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
then now obviously a lot of Indian culture and all of that, but there's a big disconnect to a lot
But
of other
even-
cultures.
In our school,
no idea.
no idea.
No idea.
I only
think
know
it's
one
a-
kid, and he tried out for CIS.
I do think it's a demographic thing though. If you were to go to the coast and
Yeah.
It's different.
they're more into they love it.
It's
They're
almost like
into
there's
it.
a weird west spot where it's if you're from like the bridge that way,
soccer
or not even the
league.
bridge. Yeah, like it's like from Parramatta that way.
Yep.
They get it. Parramatta to Penrith, no idea. Penrith to the country, they would have a
But-
complete idea.
Yeah.
But did like older generations get it?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
So what's happened now?
That's true. What has happened? I guess you have to look at okay, the people that are going to be playing sport in 10 years' time are the kids now.
Yep.
What are they seeing more of?
Yep.
And so you talk about expectations. We can look at, Aussie culture from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. You can look at something as simple as like New South Wales versus Queensland. New South Wales are the team to beat, so on. And then as time has progressed, there are more options and within, the city compared to the country. There's more things to do in the city. There's more access to other hobbies, other interests, other things. In the country, I'm not saying there isn't, but it's a little bit more of a slower lifestyle, and there are probably less things to do, but it's ignorance is bliss. Like you're not knowing that you're missing out on many things. So you're playing cricket in the
You
summer.
don't know that you're missing out on 80 TikTok reels and
Exactly.
things that you
Exactly.
didn't click on. Instead, you are out building a community, out with people,
Mm.
and you're willing to commit the whole Saturday to being out there because the whole community's out there.
You
and
don't know
willing
any
to do
other.
that.
You don't know any better. Yeah,
And so my overall question is then, are we passionate enough as a country?
I think it's dropped massively.
Because I I know we joke about it with Origin, and then with International Rugby League, but the Pacific Championships would be 10 times better, the atmosphere, than watching an Australian-England game.
100% agree.
That's on a list of things that I've had to talk about. Of
My
like
bad for taking it early.
the Australian expectation, let's just say the
Yep.
expectation about how passionate we think we are about sport.
Yes.
We are big sports consumers. Like we'll
Yep.
sit and watch all of this stuff, but it's so dulled to like we're not passionate about. Watch any German league soccer game
Yep.
and
Yep.
the things that are going on in the stands. When you have to put a cage around the away
It's
fans,
mental.
there is passion. There is like,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
life and death kind of thing to them. They are crazy about that. You go to other countries and watch some of their sports. You You go to the NFL and in America, and they go and have a cookout for 6 hours before their game so that they can stand there. They'll paint full
The
body
tailgate.
paint,
They have a
everything.
tailgate.
And some of it is the size of their country and everything and how they can sell out stadiums. But just the passion, and then rugby league gets it's a well-supported sport with.
Well, let's run
20,000
similarities. Like the
stadium.
Poms are crazy, right? We can all agree.
They
The
come
Poms
here
are
and they
crazy.
sing and they go nuts. and
Yeah, Americans are crazy. We all know that. So what happened to Australia?
South Americans go hard as well.
South
That's
Americans,
the craziest.
Yeah,
People die when they go
Yeah.
to those games.
But is that also part of our culture though, to be
Kick
quite
back.
reserved and more
'Cause we're
relaxed? when it
chill.
comes
Tall
to-
poppy
Very-
syndrome,
Tall
Top of
poppy,
his
a bit
style.
of the relaxed Aussie
drinking.
Mm.
yeah.
Chilling.
that, and just the she'll be right kind of thing of like, it's a good Saturday afternoon thing, but somehow we also tell ourselves we're crazy passionate.
Yeah.
I've got a crazy concept, like just something that's popped into my head now, right?
Uh-oh.
Okay, England.
Yeah.
Even the league, like so the championship teams.
Yep.
They're very town based.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's a village, it's a town. It's
Yep.
I'm playing for if you're playing in
Bristol
Ireland,
City
I'm playing
or
for
something.
Celtic, I'm playing for
Yes.
the Rangers, I'm playing for
Yep.
if I'm in South America, I'm playing for my local team. There's flair. It's you're representing your people within that town, within that right. Australia's so
Yeah.
separate that it's just kind of like it's hot here. Everyone's got their own space.
On the back of that,
Everyone's like whatever. Like
do you think that's why Penrith for so long were such a solid team? Because that was almost like that. They were a
Penrith
community.
has that
The boys are
community
repping
thing.
Mountie.
Yeah, that's
they tapped into
come from
that
area. Yeah.
You've maybe tapped into like a downside of multiculturalism.
I
that
think so.
We
Yeah.
have, we're not all this combined group all together. You said Celtic and Rangers and Hearts. Those are like insane rivalries.
Deep.
Those
Yep.
are
Catholic
crazy.
Protestant.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, there's people who've died for
Yep.
those rivalries.
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of Eurobasket stuff recently, and that stuff is going insane. Like
Yeah.
the NBA couldn't cope with that kind of environment.
Yeah.
They are chanting, like whole stadiums standing on chairs, chanting and jumping on free throws and stuff, and putting people off. It's crazy stuff. But then they are almost like a whole city, and that's your one team, and it's locking everyone together.
Like you think about American sport, like you look at college.
Mm.
Okay, let's give like my mum went to the US to visit cousins in Ohio when she was early 20s, and they took her to a high school game, and she didn't know it was a high school game.
Yeah.
She thought it was an NFL game. The stadium was packed out, 40,000 people in high school.
There's people that prefer that over
They
top
they
league.
follow the high school comp or the college comp
Yeah.
over the NFL
Yeah.
because you can't afford it,
No.
right? So they've tapped in. So when you see these players on the NFL, you think, oh, this is the biggest stage. It's like, dude, they've been doing this since they were like 16.
They've been ready.
They when we were in the US, we drove from Dallas to San Antonio to
Wow.
it's is essentially a through cow pastures kind of drive, and then get to, I don't even remember the name of the town, but where Baylor University is. So you come up over this bridge, and it's like a very small town, maybe 20, 30,000 people. And then there is ANZ Stadium, whatever stadium you want to call it. It's like
So cool.
coming over this bridge and turns like, what the heck is that enormous 80, 100,000 person stadium
Yeah.
doing there? And they pack it out every week.
Wow.
Every game, it's packed. And it's like, there's not enough people who live within 20 kilometers of here to pack that, but they just like, that's their thing. That's their community. And the college has a little bit of the 21-year-olds.
Very-
all
very
going
tribal.
fast kind of thing.
I
But
feel like
tribal, that's a good
why
word.
the Prem does so well, because it's still very tribal. And I think in Australian sports, the tendency is to scrub it so clean
Yeah.
and make it so appealing to a younger audience that sometimes you make it less appealing to the older, that blue
that's that
collar.
wondrous thing I mentioned.
Yep.
It was tribal. It was
I remember being
F
at
off Sydney FC's
I remember
chants,
being at
literally.
the game against Al Hilal, and some of the we would have been in year 6, but
Yeah, wow.
man, it was like you could feel it. The place was like buzzing. There's the
Proper.
whole Pertex Stadium.
chant-
But we have the
Tommy
demographic.
Urich, Tommy Urich goal.
Yeah.
Wow.
We have the demographic in this country to make it like that. I don't
Yep.
know why it's being scrubbed
Care
out.
factor.
For a little while, the second tier soccer had some of that, where you have your Bonnie Rig
Yeah.
is a certain culture, your Marconi is a certain
Yep,
culture,
yep.
and they had
Sydney
that, but
United.
we've just cut a lot of that away. Like,
Less and less likely.
We've cleaned it all up, and
Yeah.
Cleaned it up.
it's
Do you
really
think
nice.
that there's a factor in this? Is going to be controversial. Have we become soft as a nation?
Tying back to the cultural soccer teams, I think so. There's nothing wrong with that, having that community. That's their team. You don't have to make it inclusive. I don't think you have to do that. I think in that area, that's what makes that team. Like, they get it. You don't necessarily have to be from that race, but you from that area, they get it. Growing up, supporting that club, even before the A-League, when the NPL was a thing, that was crazy.
Yeah.
They love their teams. You go like all the teams in the NPL now. They supported those, but they were all from the area, and that was their team. But
soft. Like, do you think we have become soft?
A bit, yeah.
A little bit. We're a really rich country. Like I said, we
don't
love,
need to
we
fight
love
anymore.
to consume all of our sports, and all of our sport is like, I'm going to sit on my comfy lounge and watch on my giant screen TV with perfect sound and all of the food that I want that's perfectly heated. And it's like, it's so comfortable and so nice, and there's
barely any struggle.
Well, there's no struggle.
The battler, the Aussie battler,
Which is why, going back to your point on like city versus country, like country people get it.
Yeah.
Because they get that struggle. Like the boys that you were talking about repping Mountie and all that, they get it. They get that
They've had
struggle.
a bit of fight. They've
had that fight. I always loved the story of listening to Brian Toto. And this sort of goes back onto his hardships.
Samoan player that you love?
Yeah. Samoa.
Only one.
Anyways, by him
Blue and white
catching a
shirts,
train, that's for Chicago, mate.
But Chicago is
Catching a train, going to training with a broken ankle. Like, just stories like that you hear. It's just
man. I had a tough one, man. My mum used to pick me up from Toongabbie, drive me to training. So tough.
Toongabbie, that's tough.
Yeah, it was rough. Just to walk
Promised
outside
land.
the school, man.
Toongabbie.
I had to walk like past maybe 2 houses.
I think
such a tough
that level of softness brings us to a perfect end segment.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
End segment today. Simple. We've done this one before. Yay or nay? You got to vote in or out on this one.
I cut my mullet off because he's hated the mullet. What am I going to have to cut off now?
Maybe we're helping. But yay or nay? I've heard about, maybe I give away my own opinion on this by saying it, but heard about men getting perms.
No.
Some nice
Surely
curly
not.
hair.
So everyone hands up if you've got a perm. Oh, is Clem here? We'll just put that video up or that photo up real quick.
So
Just for the people to just admire that this man,
It's a real photo.
it's a real photo.
It's not AI.
It's not AI.
I thought it was AI, but it's not AI.
And I don't know. I'll pray for him.
I think that's pretty clear. So just quick vote. Yay for perms, anyone? Nay?
Sorry, Clem.
All right. That's a wrap.